Hello, and welcome to Tribal Review Red. I'm Caleb Winslow. On today's show, we take a look at how inclement weather days are determined in our district. Then we take a look at important dates in history during the month of January.
And I'm Ryan Modrak. Also on today's episode, we take you to the mat to see our very own Fort Osage wrestlers, along with insight from head coach Robert Caden. And finally, we congratulate Mr. Brandon Hart for being named All Metro Area Activities Director of the Year. So get ready, Tribal Review Red starts now.
Jesse Garino investigated how inclement weather days, or snow days, are determined in our district. She sat down with Dr. Mark Enderle, Superintendent of Fort Osage, and others to see how this procedure works.
School buses must be able to drive on the road. School cancellations will be decided before 6 a.m. by Dr. Enderle. Here are some factors that help him decide.
Whether we think the temperatures are going to warm up and maybe melt some of the snow. When the snow comes, do we think there's going to be road crews that are going to have a chance to get out and clear the roads for us?
To inform students and family of school cancellations, phone calls, text messages, and emails are sent out along with posts on Fort Osage website. This is how Alexis Kierna stays informed of school cancellations.
When school's canceled by snow days, I find out by local news channels on the TV at the bottom of the TV seeing if my school's canceled or not.
When the snow crews aren't able to get out on the roads in time, neither can our school buses. This is how Matt Summy stays informed of our snow days.
To try to figure out if school is canceled or not, I'll either check my local listings or I'll just ask my parents.
Fort Osage builds in 6 days at the end of every year for snow days. Every additional school day canceled, another is built in at the end of the year with possibilities of shortening spring break or making a no school day into a school day with the Board of Education's approval. This has been Jesse Garino reporting for Tribal Review Red.
Thank you, Jesse. Now we take a look back at important dates in history for the month of January. Caleb Winslow examined some of the historical events, including Chiefs' 45th anniversary of winning the Super Bowl.
Sean Smith is a big Chiefs fan. He believes that the Chiefs winning the fourth Super Bowl changed the NFL forever.
Well, the significance of Super Bowl IV, the Chiefs ended up winning 23-7 over the Vikings, and it ended up showing the NFL that the lower AFL teams actually had a chance and they could compete before nobody thought that they stood a chance. So whenever the Chiefs won, that helped merge the NFL to what it is today.
This month marks Jackie Robinson's 95th birthday. Mr. Matthews believes that Jackie Robinson had a big impact on baseball.
Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier in baseball is an important event because he helped to break down many of the racial stereotypes and attitudes that have prevailed for decades up until that point. Not only that, but he also showed the importance of self-determination and perseverance in overcoming many of the obstacles that he had to face.
This month marks the 60th anniversary of the United States building the USS Nautilus, our first nuclear-powered submarine.
Nuclear energy. It's a subject I don't really know much about, but I will say that it is growing. We are becoming less reliant on fossil fuels and becoming more reliant on alternative sources of energy such as geothermal, nuclear, and that kind of stuff.
And those are some fun facts about this month in history. Reporting for Tribal Review Red, I'm Caleb Winslow. Wrestling season is in full swing, and Ryan Modrak got down on the mat with our own Indian wrestling team at a recent duel.
Wrestling was one of the first Olympic events in ancient Greece and is carried on today here at Fort Osage. Robert Caden, head coach of the Indians wrestling team, believes that wrestling is a sport that everyone can connect with.
I think, the beautiful thing about wrestling is that it's a team and an individual sport. I think it's misunderstood a lot of times. But once you understand the sport, I think it becomes something that anybody, the average person, can enjoy and watch.
In the 126-pound weight class, sophomore and varsity wrestler Kyle Larson was confident with his performance against the Oak Park Northmen, but believes there is still room for improvement.
I'm going to try and work more on my shot defense. I shouldn't have let that kid on the leg. I knew he was going to come in for it. I knew I was expecting it. I just gave it up. Need to work harder.
Even though Hunter Shelton from Oak Park was supposed to be an impressive wrestler, Mr. Larson stayed confident against his difficulties.
I feel like I did pretty good. I heard the kid was really tough. I knew he was going to be a good match.
In the 170-pound weight class, freshman and fellow varsity wrestler Nicholas Wiley is confident with his performance against the Oak Park contender.
I did pretty good. I ended up pinning the kid in second period. I think it was first actually, but I ended up winning. I felt like I did pretty good tonight.
The wrestling team is doing some hard work. Coach Robert Caden is in his third year here at Fort Osage being the head coach of the wrestling team. So get out there and support them. They're all doing some hard work. Reporting for Tribal Review Red, this is Ryan Modrak. At the end of the last semester, Mr. Hart was awarded the All-District Activities Director of the Year award. Dakota Bryce met up with him and his co-workers to find out more.
Brendan Hart has received the Kansas City Activities Director of the Year award. He mentions he is very humbled at receiving the award as it is voted on by his peers. He is now in the running for the state award.
I was recently received the Kansas City AD of the Year award. It's voted on by all the athletic directors in the Kansas City area. So it's very humbling anytime you win an award that is voted on by your peers. That's always a very great honor. So now it's basically going to go to the state level and we'll see what happens. Well, basically anytime, an award like this is not an individual award. I don't view it as an individual award. It's just basically the product of working with great coaches, great students, great administrators, great school board. Just working for a great district, It's easy to come to work every day when you're surrounded by great people. So this accolade here wouldn't even be possible without the great people of Fort Osage. So it's very humbling and it is a great honor. But the reality is it wouldn't be possible without the people I get to work with every day.
Our annual tournament this year. Mr. Hart works with all the activities that are going on within the school. One of his colleagues, Mr. Phelps, is the head of the debate and forensics program.
Well, Mr. Hart's always been real supportive of the program, and whatever I've asked for, he's helped out with, and scheduling and building, and it's been good working with him.
Mr. Hart has worked here for 15 years. Ms. Schwab, our cheerleading coach, has worked with him for 8.
Hart for the past 8 years, actually, as cheerleading coach, and he's always been supportive of everything that I've asked him. He works hard to make sure that we get, the best quality that we can out of our program.
Our activities director works hard as he awaits the next stages in his award. I'm Dakota Bryce reporting for Tribal Review Red.
That's all we have for you today on Tribal Review Red. Coming up on our next episode, we feature the para-teachers of our school and the efforts they make to helping our students.
Also, we meet up with Dalton Miller and find out about his trip to the All-American Bowl in Florida. For Caleb Winslow, I'm Ryan Modrak. Thanks for watching.